Hi, fanatics. Some content time again. On the fragrance industry, we always come up with scents that we call cult classics. And cult classics really come from a particular scent profile. Sometimes it's a note that people like, a certain percentage of the fragrance community like, and you have this outstanding scent that becomes a cult favorite. And Encre Noire by Lalique is truly one of the cult favorites for anyone who is a lover of vetiver. Uh, and vetiver, why it's interesting, it's a grass. It's a grass that one time was associated with being used to help with maintaining hillsides. And interestingly, one of the biggest exporters of vetiver in the world is Haiti. So Haitian vetiver has become an important ingredient in perfumery. Vetiver is a greenish, intense, almost bitterish type of scent profile, but pairs lovely in men's fragrances especially. Get them primarily in men's fragrances. Encre Noire basically is a scent profile that takes cypress pine, vetiver, cashmere wood, and white musk, and you get this very masculine, airy, projecting greenish scent, kind of dark, but it's a cult favorite for everyone. Why it's interesting also is that you have a niche smelling scent that practically costs less than 30 US, right? You could get a full bottle of Encre Noire on the discounters for $25 or less. This is a scent that is extreme value for money. But because of the scent profile, what Lalique did was actually added flankers to make it more versatile. So we also have, so this is the original here, black bottle. And then we have what we call the an extreme. Now the extreme is actually not more like an extreme version of the original, but it's a more complex version meant for more dressed up and formal occasions, and it adds more notes to make it a little more complex. Um, this version I think is very good if you want something a little more dressed to be dressed up. It adds some resins, it adds bergamot, adds some incense, it adds patchouli and sandalwood in the base. So what you get is a very intense but rich smelling scent that you could use for dressing up. I've used this a couple of times to go like weddings and stuff like that. It pairs well with those occasions. And you get a scent that obviously nobody else is actually using because unless you're deep into the fragrance community, yeah, that's really you're going to know about these scents. There's also one for casual, everyday use. And I think sport, this is another one that you could easily get 25 and below. Just back to this you I've seen less places have this one, and the prices have gone up. And this used to get around the 30-35 US. It's pushed up a little bit now, more into the 50-60 US range. This is still get cheaper, still get this 25 and below in some instances. This is really good for everyday use. Um, and what it does, it basically takes the Encre Noire scent profile and add some aquatic watery notes to it, add some lavender, right? And you get basically a very nice daily wear signature scent. Has grapefruit and the top notes also. Really good value for money. And then there's this also. So this is a flanker, and this goes by the Encre Indigo. What they did with this scent profile as a flanker is basically kept the vetiver in the base, and then they added some more interesting notes to freshen it up. So what you get with this is basically something that has juniper berries and the top notes, pink pepper. It has black tea inside here, saffron, bay leaf. It's a very interesting scent. What you get right away is a very niche smelling scent profile. You smell this, you instantly think that it's something that costs in the 200 plus range. Similar with this, this has a very rich scent profile. And these are the four main ones in the lines. Now there's also one from in the, and they don't call this the Encre, they call this the Encre Noire. Um, this one also is a very interesting scent. Now this doesn't have the vetiver profile. This more is a boozy scent profile. This one also comes across that is something that would easily cost 200-300 range. And most of the scents that smell similar in profile to this basically niche and luxury scents. Um, what's interesting in this is that this came out in 2006, the original. About 10 years after, in 2016, Chanel on their exclusive line did a scent that basically is, I would say, is a clone of this, right? So sometimes when you talk about clones, you also have the luxury brands taking interesting scent profiles and releasing it on their own. They have one called Sycamore, which is basically this Vicanto by Terrazzi, Terranzi, also has one that is a clone of this also. So you also see where other niche and luxury houses take scent profiles that normally align to people who are interested in niche perfumery. Thank you.